Today I'm going to tell you a story that will keep you awake all night. A story that has pain and love, a secret and a lesson. But before I begin, I want to ask you one question. Have you ever met someone who changed your entire life in just one single night? If not, then tonight, everything is about to change. And if yes, then you already know what I'm about to say. So get comfortable, because this story is just about to begin. The night he would never forget. October 15th, 2023. It was 11 p.m. The highway outside Mumbai was completely deserted. On this night, Rohan Kapoor, a 27-year-old photographer, was riding his bike home, alone. Rohan was a simple guy. No girlfriend, no big dreams, just his camera, his bike, and his loneliness. He never could have imagined that on this very night, he would meet a girl after whom his life would never be the same again. He was riding straight on the highway when suddenly, screech, someone appeared right in front of his bike. Rohan, shocked, removing helmet. What the? Who's there? Through the thick fog, a silhouette appeared. A girl, completely alone, on a deserted highway, at 11 p.m. at night. Soaking wet, shaking, and friends. Right here I want to ask you a question. If you were in Rohan's position, would you stop? Or would you drive away? Tell me in the comments, because Rohan's answer is going to surprise you. Who was she? Rohan cautiously. Hello? Are you okay? What happened? Narrator. The girl slowly lifted her face and looked at Rohan, and Rohan's eyes went wide. She was breathtakingly beautiful, even in the rain, even in the dark. But her eyes were saying something else. There was pain in them. There was fear in them. There was a secret hiding in them. Girl barely whispering. Please take me away from here. Please. Rohan. Where do you need to go? What's your address? Girl. Anywhere but here. Please. Quickly. Rohan had 1,000 questions in his mind. Why was this girl alone out here? What had happened to her? Was someone following her? But the fear in her eyes, it didn't look fake. Rohan took off his jacket and placed it gently on her shoulders. Rohan. Okay, come with me. I'll take you somewhere safe. The girl looked at Rohan, tears in her eyes, a weak but grateful smile on her lips, and she sat down on Rohan's bike. Friends, here is my question for you. That girl was alone on a highway at midnight. Was she running away from someone? Or was she waiting for someone? The answer is coming. But first, one more secret. One cup of tea, one secret. Rohan took her to a small roadside cafe, ordered 2 cups of tea, and they both sat in silence for a while. The girl was still shivering, her hands wrapped tightly around the warm cup. Her eyes kept darting toward the door. Rohan couldn't hold back anymore. Rohan.
I'm Rohan.
I'm a photographer. And you are. Girl hesitates, studies him carefully. Girl. Sara. Rohan. Sara. Beautiful name. What happened to you? Alone on the highway at this hour. Sara, gripping cup tighter. You don't know me. Please don't get involved. Rohan. I'm already involved. You jumped in front of my bike. Sara almost smiles despite herself. Sara.
Sorry.
Rohan. Don't apologize. Just tell me what happened. Long silence. Rain pouring outside. Distant thunder. Sara quietly. I have a secret, Rohan. A secret so dangerous that if the wrong people find out, my life is over. Rohan leaning forward. What kind of secret? Sara. Not yet. Not here. Just tell me one thing first. Can you be my friend tonight? Just for one night? Without asking questions. Rohan looked at Sara, deep into her eyes, and something there told him to stay. She wasn't lying. She was genuinely terrified. But friends, should Rohan have trusted a complete stranger this much? Or was something else going on in this story? Comment below. Type trust or danger. Let's see how many of you get it right. One night, 1,000 memories. Rohan said yes. Just one night. No questions. Just being there for another human being. And that night, slowly, beautifully, turned into something like a dream. Scene 1. Roadside cafe, 11:30 p.m. Rohan. Okay, Sara. Since you can't tell me anything, ask me something instead. Sara, surprised. Me? Rohan. Yes, anything. I'm an open book. Sara, thinking, then with a small smile. All right, what is your biggest fear? Rohan, laughing softly. Straight for the heart. My biggest fear? That I'll spend my whole life alone, traveling with my camera, taking photos, but coming home to an empty apartment, where nobody asks, how was your day? Sara, quietly. I understand that fear. Rohan. And what is your biggest fear? Sara's expression shifts. She looks away. Sara. My fear is very different, Rohan. I'm afraid that what I'm running from will never stop chasing me. Scene 2. Late night walk, 1 a.m. Rain has stopped. Stars are out. Empty streets glisten. By 1 a.m., they were walking through quiet streets, talking, laughing, and without even realizing it, they had stopped being strangers. Rohan. You know why I love photography? Sara. Why? Rohan. Because a camera never lies. It shows what's real. No filters. No masks. No pretending. Sara stops walking, looks at him intensely. Sara. I wish people were like that. Rohan. What do you mean? Sara. I mean, I wish people were what they appeared to be, said what they meant, did what they promised. Her voice drops. Sara. There was someone in my life, Rohan. Someone who said he loved me. Or at least, I thought he did. But he turned out to be something completely different. Rohan, gently. What happened? Sara, eyes filling with tears. He used me. He used the biggest secret of my life, for his own benefit. And by the time I found out, it was already too late. Friends, here comes the first big twist of our story. What was Sara's secret? And who was that person who betrayed her? Just a little more patience. The story has only just begun. Scene 3. Old Bridge, 2:30 a.m. They found themselves on an old bridge. The city lights sparkled below them. The air was cool and still, and both of them stood there, in a silence that felt more comfortable than any conversation. Sara, looking at the city. This city looks so beautiful right now. Rohan. Everything looks different at night. Sara. Rohan. Can you love someone so much that you change your entire life for them? Rohan, looking at her. I used to say no, but tonight, I'm not so sure anymore. Sara turns to look at him. Sara. You're different. Rohan. Different how? Sara. You open doors when everyone else closes them. A moment, their eyes meet. Rohan, softly. Sara, you're safe with me. I promise. Sara's eyes fill with tears, but this time they are tears of relief. And in that moment, something shifted between them. Rohan didn't know he was falling for a stranger, and Sara didn't know that this night was about to change absolutely everything. But friends, one question. Was this just a one-night connection? Or was there something much deeper between these two? The secret that changed everything. It was nearly 3 a.m., and Sara finally made a decision. She was going to tell the truth. The whole truth. Sara. Rohan, I need to tell you something. Something I haven't been able to tell anyone. But you're different, and maybe you need to know. Rohan.
I'm listening.
Sara, taking a deep breath. My uncle, Richard Malhotra, a respected businessman. Everyone thinks he's a great man, but I know who he really is. 3 years ago, my uncle committed massive fraud inside his company. He stole the savings of thousands of ordinary people, small families, people with dreams. He took everything from them, and I knew about it. Rohan, shocked. You knew? Sara. No. I knew something was wrong. I had seen some documents, overheard some conversations. But when I confronted my uncle, He said I was misunderstanding everything, that this was just normal business. And I believed him. She pauses. Her hands are shaking. Sara, 6 months ago, a journalist came to me. His name was Alex. He said he wanted to expose my uncle's fraud. He asked me for evidence. Oh, and you gave it to him? Sara, I was going to, because by then I knew the full truth. I knew how many lives had been destroyed. But Alex pretended to love me, Rohan. He made me feel like he genuinely cared. And I fell for him. When I gave him the documents, he sold them straight back to my uncle. He told my uncle everything I was doing. Her voice breaks. Sara, my uncle threw me out of the family. Everyone cut me off. Alex blocked me everywhere. And tonight my uncle's men threatened me. They said if I told anyone anything, they would destroy my life completely. Silence. The rain begins again softly. Rohan quietly but intensely. Those men were chasing you tonight? Sara nodding. Yes, I was running from them. That's how you found me on the highway. I had nowhere to go. I didn't know what to do. Friends. Hearing Sara's story, Rohan felt something heavy settle in his chest. This girl, who had only tried to do the right thing, was completely alone tonight. She had been betrayed. She had been threatened. She had been abandoned. But the real question was, would Rohan be just a one-night companion? Or would he do something more? And friends, this is where the biggest twist of the story hits. Please, don't go anywhere. A secret within the secret. Rohan slowly. Sara? Can I ask you something? Sara. Yes. Oh, that journalist. Alex, do you have a photo of him? Sara, confused. Yes. It's on my phone. Why? Rohan looks at the photo. His face drains of color. Rohan barely breathing. This is Alex Varma. I know him. Sara, horrified. What? Oh, he's my old college friend. But Sara, he's not a journalist. He never was. He is Richard Malhotra's nephew. Complete silence. Thunder crashes in the distance. Sara standing up, devastated. No, that can't be true. Oh, Sara, listen to me. He was sent to find you. Your uncle already knew you could access those documents. He sent Alex specifically to gain your trust. And when you handed over the documents, they had already planned exactly what to do next. Sara collapsing onto the steps, sobbing. I was so stupid, so incredibly stupid. I thought someone actually loved me, and he was just. Rohan sits beside her, doesn't touch her, just stays. Rohan gently. You weren't stupid, Sara. You trusted someone, and trusting people is not a weakness. Sara angry through her tears. Then what is it, Rohan? Because look at me. I have no family, no home. I tried to love someone and got betrayed. I tried to speak the truth and got punished for it. And now I'm sitting on a bridge at 3 a.m., running from people who want to ruin my life. So tell me, what is the point of any of this? Friends, Sara's question wasn't just for Rohan. That question lives inside many of you too. When everything is taken away, when you're betrayed by someone you loved, when you're alone in the dark, what is the point of keeping going? Rohan's answer is the most important moment of this entire story. Please don't leave now. After every darkness comes a dawn. Rohan stands up, faces Sara directly. His voice is quiet but firm. Rohan. Sara. Stand up. Sara. Why? Rohan. Because I want to show you something. He takes out his camera. Sara. You're going to take photos now? Rohan. No. Look at this screen. He shows her old photos saved on the camera. Rohan. This photo is from 2019. That's me, in a hospital bed. I was in an accident. A truck hit my bike. I spent 3 months in that hospital. The doctors told me my left hand would never fully recover. For a photographer, if your left hand doesn't work properly, your career is over. Sara quietly. What happened then? Rohan. I broke completely, just like you right now. I asked myself the same question you just asked me. What is the point of any of this? But then, in my hospital ward, an 8-year-old boy was admitted. He had cancer. The doctors said, maybe 6 months. And every single morning, that little boy would wake up and ask the nurse, "What color are we going to learn today?" Sara is listening with complete attention now. I asked him one day, "Do you know how serious your illness is?" He looked at me and said, "Yes, uncle. But I also know that today is still mine. So why should I waste today worrying about tomorrow?" Rohan's voice cracks slightly. That boy passed away 7 months later, Sara. But before he left, he gave me something that no one else ever could. He gave me this, "Don't leave for tomorrow what you can feel today." He looks down at his left hand. My hand recovered completely within 4 months. The doctors were shocked. But I wasn't, because I had already decided that my story was not finished yet. He turns and looks directly at Sara. Your story is not finished either, Sara. This night, this pain, this is not the end of your story. This is just one chapter, and the most difficult chapters always come right before the most beautiful ones. Sara is crying, but differently now, not from pain, from something releasing inside her. Sara, what do I do, Rohan? I have nothing left. You have everything. Those documents. Do you still have them? A copy? Anything? Sara, yes, I made a backup. On the cloud. Rohan smiling slowly. Then the story isn't over. I know a real journalist. Someone honest. Someone fearless. Someone who will actually publish this story. And this time, the truth will reach the people it deserves to reach. The power of truth. In the next 48 hours, Rohan and Sara worked together. They organized every document. They handed everything to a trusted journalist. They filed a police complaint together. Montage. Working side by side. Late nights. Focused. Determined. The case against Richard Malhotra was opened. Alex Varma's true identity was exposed. And thousands of people whose savings had been stolen finally had hope for justice. Malhotra fraud exposed. Thousands of victims to receive justice. Headline: Brave whistleblower breaks silence. Insider reveals all. But the most beautiful part of this story wasn't the headlines. The most beautiful part was what grew between these two people. Sara looks completely different. Calm, confident, at peace. Sara, Rohan, I think about that night a lot. About how I was standing on that highway, alone, terrified, completely broken. And you stopped. A stranger stopped and asked, "Are you okay?" The people who should have asked me that never did. But you did. You don't have to thank me, Sara. I'm not thanking you. I'm telling you that you taught me something. You showed me that good people still exist in this world. And learning that was worth more to me than any victory in court. Rohan smiles. Genuine, warm, real. Sara, can I ask you something? Sara, yes. Would you give this stranger photographer a little more time to get to know you? Sara laughs. A real laugh. The first real laugh of the entire story. Sara, Mr. Photographer, you stayed with me through an entire terrifying night. I think that qualifies you. They both laugh as warm sunlight pours through the coffee shop window. What this night taught us. Friends, this story doesn't just belong to Rohan and Sara. This story belongs to everyone who has ever stood alone in a dark night. It belongs to everyone who has been betrayed by someone they loved. It belongs to everyone who was punished for telling the truth. It belongs to everyone who has ever asked, what is the point of going on? And from this story, here are the lessons I want to leave with you. Lesson 1. In the darkest night, even a stranger can be your light. So never judge a person in your first glance. Rohan could have driven away. He didn't. And because of that, a life was saved. Lesson 2. Being betrayed doesn't mean everyone will betray you. Alex broke Sara, but Rohan proved that good people still exist. Don't close your heart because of one wrong person. Lesson 3. Speaking the truth is always hard, but the person who has the courage to speak it will eventually have the world standing beside them. Sara lost everything for the truth, and the truth gave everything back. Lesson 4. A broken person is not a weak person. They are simply someone finding a new path, and when they find it, it is always more beautiful than the old one. Lesson 5, the most important one. No matter how dark tonight feels, the morning will always come. Always, without exception, every single time. One last question for you. Friends, tonight's story ends here. But before I go, I want to know something from you. Which moment in this story touched you the most? Was it when Rohan stopped on that dark highway? Was it when Sara finally found the courage to speak the truth? Was it the lesson from that brave 8-year-old boy? Or was it the moment they both found hope again? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And one more question. Has something like this ever happened in your life? A moment when you were in the dark, and someone unexpected became your light? Share your story in the comments below, because your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And friends, one final thing. I want to know what story you want to see next. Drop a comment with white medium star if you want a betrayal and revenge story, red heart if you want a long-distance love story, fire if you want a second chance at love story, broken heart if you want a story about loving someone who doesn't love you back. Or write your own title in the comments. The title that gets the most likes becomes the next video. So comment, like, and share this with someone who needs to hear this story today. And don't forget to subscribe, because every week, a new story is waiting for you. This was your friend, and this was the girl I met on a terrifying night. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Crescent Moon.